Okay, so I want to talk about two pieces of software that form the very beginning of my post-production process. As soon as I get back from the field, or if I get a hard drive in with more footage, these are the two programs that I open first, and they are Hedge and Foolcat. Hedge is specifically built for backing up and ingesting footage when it comes in from the field, and it's specifically good at dealing with multiple sources and multiple outputs. What's also cool about Hedge is that it is checksum verified, basically making a list and checking it twice for your footage. So it's not just copying from A to B, it's going back and making sure that everything made the journey safely so you don't end up with corrupted clips, and especially when you're on bigger projects, a corrupted clip could be a very expensive mistake. That's probably reason number one why you would choose this over Finder or Windows Explorer, whatever comes built in, because of course that works. Why would you spend more money? Well, checksum verification, built-in renaming of files. Hedge lets you rename files on import with convenient drag and drop parameters for how you want that name to be constructed. You can create presets for import. It also does things like flattening folders, and it removes extra files that you might not need. Say you're importing from a Sony camera that's got XML files, but you can just get rid of them right away in the transfer process. When dealing with multiple sources, Hedge can queue all of those right in a row so that they're going, so that you don't have to, wake up every 2 hours in your hotel room and set up a new transfer to start going. There's also a convenient mobile app that will give you a notification when a transfer is done. You can check in on your transfer from somewhere else. And finally, a function that I really like to use is the integration with Foolcat, and that logically transfers us into what is kind of like step 2 on my footage ingest process when I get stuff in from the field, and that is opening up Foolcat. So what is Foolcat? It's all about generating camera reports, and it plugs directly into Hedge, so you can actually generate a camera report for every single transfer. So what is a camera report? It is a PDF document with file names and with a little bit of metadata and with a couple of thumbnails from each clip. It all lives in one PDF that Foolcat generates. So why is this useful? Well, what I find is that this is a really convenient way to share with a producer or a director and just say, hey, here's a recap of the day. I find that a camera report is just so much more convenient than sharing those long string outs, but it gives you more information than just if I went in and colored a couple of stills and sent you a couple stills. Sure, that's cool. That doesn't really tell you what's there. A camera report gives you a really good overview of what is there, what you captured on the day. I also like Foolcat's camera reports as a really easy way to just skim through footage that's coming in from the field. It's better than like just looking at a single thumbnail in Finder, because I can see duration and I can see multiple thumbnails. Like this happened the other day, got on a hard drive with 3 days worth of event footage, and it was a ton of clips, but I plugged it into Foolcat after it came out of Hedge, and I got a neat camera report that I could scroll through and really get a feel for the footage before I went in and had to start editing. So that's a quick overview of these two pieces of software that I have really enjoyed adding to my workflow. Now, I'm on like the very low end of users, I think, for Hedge in terms of production scale. People are using this for things that are a lot more complicated than what I'm doing, but I really like the tools that it has built in. It's saving me time. It's giving me confidence that my backups are accurate. And I love that Foolcat is generating these camera reports, and that's become a really important part of how I share the work that I'm doing with directors and producers and other stakeholders in the process. So links are in the description. Happy New Year.
All right, Drew, do your magic.